Hi, good morning. Wherever you might be, good night, greetings, hello, salutations, good morning. Where I am now, I'm making this post, and I stated in the title of it, wickedest people on the face of the earth. Right? Can't go, and I'm not going to go in depth on societal or political anything politically driven, and and my attempt is to try as be as little bit as political as possible, as I'm, trying to address my circumstance, and you know, I don't even like using circumstance, but you know, circumstance another synonym would be like state, so I think that's best to describe it. But it to me is like this perpetual state of constant. It's surpass oppression. It's surpass oppression, suppression. You know, I don't want to really get into the nitty gritty of what's going on. Why I made this video right now. I just felt like I've been going through a lot. And recently acquired some employment and stuff like that. It's been real rough, and I've been stuck on my grind. I keep at it, and we still out here working, trying to maintain, but certain things that come up, that caused me to make this video. Well, I just make this video because my phone has a little bit of life left. You know, I don't have nothing better to do at the moment. So I just make this video for document my thoughts, ideas, my opinions, my perspectives, how I feel. I think that's a very important to be documented. Like, I don't know if it's like I'm starting to wonder if it's like if all of this is like internet worthy, 'cause I don't really get much attraction, and my intent was not to get the attraction or any, like, I would like some viewers or something, like to get feedback, some relatability, some understanding and stuff like that from viewers. But I don't know what I did wrong. I try my hardest to be as professional as possibly can in the state, whatever state I'm in, to catalog whatever I am experiencing at the moment, or even to share some um, stories or even past experience, past traumas. I mostly use my platform to vent. I don't stick onto anything political or try to avoid anything political. You will see me talk about significance of and philosophical stuff, significance of the deeper meaning of stuff I understand, or you know, it's just tech stuff. It's to simplify, you know. Uh, what My thing is, my whole thing is, I having this problem right now causing me to be drifting into a state. I wasn't saying like I was doing well, so well before prior, but I was managing, and the reason why I was managing, cause I had no time to even make a post. Right? I probably was gonna make a post at that, like, inform of the new venture I have made on life and how I'm improving. Like, that's what my original intent was. But, things, oh, I know it's, you know, it's always like hell for me. I just feel a Jew in this country. Kind of ironic. So my grandfather was a Jew. And, I just feel like I'm constantly surrounded by Nazis. You know, I don't know what I do. Or, I'm, I don't want to come off naive. And that's not my intent. I really want to explore. Whoever might watch this really explore, be able to explore my experience through my words and how not react or how I respond or even react to certain things that happen had took place, or is that might be experiencing at the moment. So I'd use my words to try and like, captivate an understanding of how it had inflicted some form of suffering or grievance, or you know how it made me feel and stuff like that. So I don't want to sound naive, but I, because we're dealing with the human psyche and stuff, I can't really avoid sounding naive with how simultaneously your thoughts with digesting information and things and your feelings happen to work with each other intuitively. So, you know, certain things you might not be clear, crystal clear, while I'm trying my best to explain or even elaborate on certain things that make me feel uncomfortable, make me feel like, it's past being uncomfortable. I don't even know the word. I continue to try push on, but it's becoming unbearable. But now everybody has to do it. I feel like my fight is overly, you know, tremendous or overly excessive, where it's impossible. It's just literally impossible. So I just state that I want to clarify like why I would make such a statement upon my own country. It's just the truth. You know, there is no humanity. There is no. If you see how people, I want to limit. Also, I do want get in depth into these topics, but maybe on a later date. You know, when I feel more clear in mind. Now, I still feeling kind of down and I'm not really so well at them. But I will stick to the theme of what I originally had in mind for today. You know, to not to now elaborate on how Jamaica is such a wicked place with wicked people, right? God, people, the hearts of people, the minds of people. I don't really know. I just, to me, to me personally, like I mentioned earlier, it's not. I'm not going to make it my responsibility to um be so coherent. I'm mostly focusing on like not coherency, but expressing my thoughts and ideas and feelings in a way that, you know, how to give an idea or understanding of how this originally affected me, right? So when I state these things, is personal experience. You know, majority of everything is personal experience. I've not tried to be a witness of anything, so I wouldn't really say so and so or as which I am encountering, like being isolated, being subjugated, you know, and you know it's all it's all cool, it's all cool, but when you live in a society that's driven by, I really don't know what is driven by, but because it's very, there is not no, it's just like the water is like merging with each other where you can't tell the difference between fresh water where fresh water lies and salt water lies. And the comparison I'm making with salt water and fresh water is fuckery and more fuckery. You know, you can't tell where they separate or where they merge to begin to merge. Cause they diffuse into each other. So I really don't know what's the goal, it don't really seem like there is any intent or goal more than to act silly, or act in a manner that doesn't constitute humanity or, any form of morality. It's just self-loathing, you know, there's no real anything. It's just mostly crime, mostly violence, mostly this. It's just like I have adapted to moving around, but I'm still being abused out here, still being this, still being prejudices, and it's becoming very extreme, so, I'm just trying to work, or, I don't know how I would try to, a lot of things that's happened to me that are not getting any form of justice. No one's helping me, no one's showing me, giving me direction. But it's, I'm not saying it's cool. I'm just saying, on a further note, you know, not to stick to that, because, nothing I can do at the moment, and that's the thing I work into, what's changing at the moment too. I can do something now and then keep on building up on that thing. You know. Yeah, I really wanted to try change my perspective, but it's not even to say it's a but. It's just that's the way things are, and and the only way I see that to stay away from or avoid it is by not going around it, and it's impossible when you live in a society where you need to go out, you're required to go out to get any form of services, right? And that's mostly what they offer services. They don't really offer any much assistance with anything, or there's no government helping anybody, or there's no protection laws. There is probably laws, but they're not being reinforced in the way that the general demographic of the world understands um, laws being reinforced. Even in your form of corrupt reality, right? Why I'm trying to implicate that the state of my country has far gone, where, you know, it's not only morality, it's more say, I think why morality is a problem is more say IQ is very low here also. They have a lot of people, degenerate radical people who, you know, will do anything for attention, will do mostly attention more than anything, right? Will do anything for attention, will do anything for, you know, will do not anything, just crazy things, things that are abnormal to most other customs or would seen as taboo, right? And the stuff that's like, not taboo. The stuff that's a taboo is really, there is no lines where I see there's anything really taboo out here. It's just really say you have people who who will choose to attack a certain per individual based upon whatever insecurity that person make that the other individual, the aggressor, have about his own image or self, or something some insecurity problem where they're not comfortable in their skin, so they should not make you feel like you should be comfortable in your skin. And it doesn't even matter whether or not you already don't or do feel comfortable. They're going to um either add this on, or inflate it even more. We go without any question, without much thinking up to it. This is how they operate, and fundamentally, you know, and like I said, majority of everything they do is to gain attention, and you will notice a pattern. Everything they do, there is nothing, even the most atrocious, hideous acts is publicized by the perpetrators. More times is by the perpetrators themselves or affiliates of the perpetrators, family members. Somebody that's either close to them is never an eyewitness that coincidentally was there, and more time the witness is by some mere human error why they even attempted, because you know mm, attention, everybody has become attention seeking whore in this country. even men competing with women now, right? But not in the extreme sense, like not to attack first world countries or anything like that. I don't have anything against you and your customs. It's very interesting to acknowledge them. But I don't. My understanding of what my culture is supposed to be, right? That was not. That's not have nothing to do with my culture. But all due respect to individual who falls under these labels, and you know, altogether, I believe is a misnomer, and that misnomer is inducing certain, you know, mentalities, habits, and etc. So it's always come down to mentality. That's what I've noticed in life. That's why I'm still able to hold on. You know, I right now you're probably hearing rain and stuff like that. But this is why I'm able to hold on. I understand. It comes down to mentality. You know, if what the thing is, what I'm noticing, right? Regardless of whatever I do to uplift myself, whatever I do to matriculate or acquire any form of, you know, knowledge, employment, you know, or even business, or education, it always seem like some kind of fear to make it seem as if me striving for greatness is like problematic, or to say like offensive. And why I don't understand, these opportunity seekers like myself, right, hold this against me, who has gone out and put out the hard work to acquire everything, whether material or immaterial, right? I have had gone out and done the hard work to reach, to have the little comforts that I have, right? And it's really not comfort, it's just that I have done the work to enhance my appearance, and for some reason, my appearance, right, and how people perceive would likely to perceive me, right? So now it's not only anything only physical, right? Like superficial stuff I'm talking about, not superficial, right? Also, my vernacular stuff like that, that's part of my appearance and imagery, right? And it offends a lot of people out here. I don't know why, because a lot of foreign people, if they listen good, they might pick up and say I sound. A lot of foreign people have told me say I sound Jamaican, but the other Jamaican people, for some reason, because of I don't know what, maybe because no other person is, I don't have other people following behind me, or I don't follow people either. So I always done gone my own way, and just people who watch my channel or have watched, who have came across me before, should know about individual. I'm a strong-minded individual, right? A lot of times they've broken me, and I've like bounced back, but they keep on even society, when if it's not these people, it's society, and then like even now it's just like, a lot of things where is beyond our physical understanding of things, because of science, study of science and how we study things now is mostly physical measurements of how we can predict, make predictions on the next outcomes of physical, right? Physical, like physical hard hard copy evidence of any particular field, theme, or you know play subject, stuff like that, right? Whether it's down to an atom, whether it's down to um a region, distance of a region, or whatever, is always physical, right? They don't really focus on anything intangible unless it comes down to testing your creativity, or well, testing your creativity, right? With writing, or stuff like that. That's the only time that test your abstract thinking, right? Outside that, and outside that, I just try and get by. I probably need to come off. Which jam fire? Everyone must grow and evolve. People need a reason to come together. Military. Jamaican people will never come together. I don't know, but y'all deluding yourself. I don't know if you're like one of those old elders who can come across people like yourself, right? Jumpfire TV, who truly believes in it, believes in this Jamaican whatever, right? I would advise you to go study history and study your bloodline, right? And stop saying, say, people who are not related to you. Your next door neighbor is not your cousin, right? If you live out here and you're Jamaican, you're full blooded Jamaican, the next door neighbor is not related to you. You don't know where the fuck he come from. Who is he? Or who is her? Who is these people who live next to you? You don't know their bloodline and how they come to be. And now they're telling you them is ghetto people and them live in ghetto. You know what is a ghetto? A ghetto was the concentration camp that they put Jews on in Italy. The word is from a Greco Egyptian word, right? Now now it come to we seeing that this term, right, and these people exercise this term and kept it to reserve it for to identify themselves. So I find that really strange. And now saying that what I noticing, right, is all the other cultures. Like for instance, you were asking me what's my religion? I am Catholic, right? Because I'm Creole, right? The majority people in Jamaica don't know Creole or understand what Creole was, because what? Why noticing? Because my mother died off. These it seems as perhaps other subgroups in the culture, right? In the diaspora are being eliminated in the islands. We have this coming seems like coming from distinctive bloodlines.